order at 6:45. 2.0. Call to order. A 3.0 roll call. Juan Pablo Huerta.
Here.
Sabrina Gomez.
Here.
Ruben Macareno. Alice Lopez.
Here.
John Vasquez. And myself, John Alvarez. We could please stand for the flag salute.
If I could have our wonderful chess club lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, so you guys put your hand over your heart. And whenever you're ready, go for it. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's give our children a big round of applause. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Good.
Okay, does anyone need an interpreter?
¿Alguien necesita intérprete? ¿Todos hablan inglés? ¿Francés? ¿Ya? Okay. Yes, he's here.
Okay, 4.0. 4.0, adoption of the agenda. 4.1, adoption of agenda is requested as presented.
I move, we're taking 13.2 into closed session.
13.2, closed session.
Second.
Good. Okay, I have a motion by Alice, a second.
Yes.
Sabrina Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Consent calendar. 5.1, approval of regular board minutes from May 9th, 2023. Alice Lopez,
Second. Ruben.
Ruben Macareno. All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 5.2, release of warrants dated May 4th, 2023, in the amount of $280,059.51. May 11th, 2023, in the amount of $185,007.72. Alice Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Six point oh, awards and presentations. 6.1, student body member report.
Good afternoon. Last week on Friday, we had our farewell rally where we gave our final goodbyes to our senior class. Also last week, we had our prom, which I heard was very fun and entertaining. We want to thank DJ Whatwa and our other DJ and our photo booth for being there. Also, we had Alexa Fernandez and Daniel Garza win prom king and queen. Coming up is our graduation and summer break. For all the seniors, we will have a senior recognition night tomorrow and a pool party after graduation practice. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
We give him a round of applause as well. And I want to take this moment before we go over to the chess club. I have a very special plaque here for Juan Pablo Huerta. It reads, "For your honorary service as student board member for Farmersville Unified School District, September 2022 through May 2023. And if we can please join in giving him a big round of applause, I present this to him. Hold it up, mijo, hold it up. All right. I'm sure that will be the first of many awards, sir.
Okay, 6.2, recognition of retirees.
Okay, at this time, we have 4 retirees that we would like to recognize. A tremendous loss for our district, but there was a tremendous gain for all the individuals that were touched by their leadership and their teaching, and we give them thanks. And so we honor them today, right? So I'm going to read the plaques, and I would like the respective principals to please come up to the podium. I take it you know who you are, yes? Okay. These two? Okay, so these two are for Mr. Navarez. So if you want, I'm going to give these to you, sir, so you can read them for your staff. Here you go, sir. Yes, sir. Huh? Oh, is that one? Okay. All right.
Can I have Olga and Yolanda come up, please? Olga, can I have Yolanda come up? Can we give her a round of applause?
Yes, give her a big round of applause.
Yolanda, you've provided a service in this district for a number of years to the families, teachers, and people here in Farmersville Unified. I thank you for your work. I came for this year, for the first half of the year, and got to work with you a little bit. You're very pleasant to work with. You care about kids. You have a heart for people. So we thank you and we honor you today. You're very welcome.
And we ask that you come up here to the front and remain standing until the entire board meeting is over. No te creas. Just for right now, so that we can all honor all of you when you're done.
Yes, it says Yolanda Juarez for dedicated service to the students of Farmersville Unified School District, October of 1999 to December of 2022. So if my math's correct, about 23 years.
All right.
I also have a plaque. She's not here, but I'm going to read it in her honor. Olga Gonzalez for the dedicated service to the students of Farmersville Unified School District from March 2001 to December 2022. So Olga Gonzalez.
If we could have Ms. Paz come up. And, well, you need to come all the way up first, so it's like, Si no, you'll have to read it from memory. Yes. Huh? Oh, beautiful. You know what I like about these plaques? That the clock works. That's pretty amazing. That's good. I want one.
Put it up. So, good evening, board members, Dr. Chavez, and Farmersville community. My name is Janie Bass, and I am the current principal of Hester Elementary. It is with great pleasure that we honor and celebrate Mrs. Thatcher this evening for her commitment and dedication to our students for 31 years. I would like to introduce Mrs. Simon, who has worked alongside for many of those years, if not all of those years. She is our TK teacher from Hester Elementary, and she would like to share some words on behalf of our staff.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to honor and congratulate not only a good friend and mentor, but an excellent teacher, Rhonda Thatcher. I've had the privilege to work with Rhonda for 27 years out of the 31 that she has taught in Farmersville Unified. I am thankful for how close we have been able to work together. We have matched for many dress-up days, traveled to kindergarten conferences, and planned many lessons together. Every year, I am still inspired by her creativity and dedication to her work. Rhonda, I will miss teaching with you and seeing firsthand your dedication to every student in your classroom. We can all admire and congratulate you on your 31 years of teaching in Farmersville and 34 years overall tonight. But your impact and dedication to your students will never be quantifiable. Hester, we will miss you as a teacher, mentor, and friend. Congratulations on a well-deserved retirement. We wish you nothing but the best.
This is Mrs. Rhonda Thatcher. This plaque is presented to Ms. Rhonda Thatcher for dedication, teaching service to the students of Farmersville Unified School District, July 1991 to June of 2023. Congratulations.
Dr. Chavez, school board, staff, friends, students, and the 816
18 students that I taught. I'll love you for always. I'll like you forever. I don't know, can I get that right? I'll love you for always. I'll like you forever. For as long as I'm living, my friend you will be. This is one of my babies. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, if you could please join. And it's not until the end of the meeting, Ms. Thatcher, it's just for a little bit longer. And if we can please have Miss Emily come up. Miss Emily Coop. Yeah, you go ahead and applaud for him, mijo. He likes applauding. He applauds every time he wins, huh, mijo? That's awesome.
I don't see Mr. Gonzalez here, but this is presented to Ricardo Gonzalez for dedicated teaching service to the students of Farmersville Unified School District from July 2007 to June 2023.
Awesome. Let's give him a round of applause. So a little bit of logistics here. So if we could have,
Didn't get to say what he wanted to say, I think.
oh, Mr. Navarez, you wanted to say
You had something that you wrote out?
Yes, I wrote.
a story or poem?
No, sure, he already did, yeah.
I have something else for chess, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if we can just take a moment, we really want to do this well, and we want it to be organic, that means homegrown with love. So if we could ask our wonderful retirees to move towards the center. If the two principals can stand in their stead for those that were not here, and if I could ask board members to come down for a quick photo op, I think that'll be good.
I wasn't ready.
Oh, my hair.
Yeah. Hair combing is optional. Yes. I noticed some people in the audience don't have a camera. They are sketching really fast. Ah, there you go.
You have them all stressed out.
Okay. We move on to 6.3, what kind of club is it? Okay, just seeing they're paying attention. Okay, we're good. Recognition.
Well, good evening, board, educational partners. I have the honor and the privilege of presenting our Snowden Elementary chess club team and their wonderful coach, Mr. Alex Sanchez. This school year, and Chris, am I able to? There we go. This school year, our students have participated in a number of chess tournaments where they have competed against students from other schools in Clovis and Fresno, earning either a first or second place finish as a team. To be honest, I was not surprised given the intelligence and dedication of our students and their coach, Mr. Sanchez. As you can see, there was quite a bit of, I'm gonna go to the next slide. So those, the picture there is in Clovis, the other two on the side are in Fresno at their tournaments. As you can see, there was quite a bit of competition out there that our students were going against, okay? Those are kids in Fresno, kids in Clovis, all the way down the line, and it's pretty intense. Parents are pretty intense as well from those other schools. Our parents were good though. Our parents were awesome, supporting their kids. So I was really proud of our team, including our parents. I'm very proud of our students, not only because they earned victories, but they were showing good sportsmanship, shaking hands with their opponents after a match, and that's when you know they're well coached. This picture right here shows some schools have banners on the wall, and that's Dry Creek Elementary in Clovis, and they put all the previous champions up there. I zoomed in on the right, and you can see Farmersville has a history of champions, not just from this year, but in 2017, 2018, the K3, and then the 4-6 in 2018, and then the K3 and 4-6 in 2019. So I think that's worth a round of applause to our Farmersville kids. I wanted to share this note that a child wrote for Mr. Sanchez. It says, "Dear Mr. Sanchez, you inspire me because you're a great chess coach and you get teachers to help us throw a pizza party when we get first place in a chess tournament." So I thought that was really cute. And it's the truth, right? So students, if you can go ahead and just stand up right here, please. All my champions, together. And as we call your name, as I call your name, I just want you to raise your hand as everybody applauds for you, okay? All right. Viviana Ibarra. Ezekiel Ortega. And then after I call your name, you can put your hand down. Zoe Rivas. Lali Campos. Noah Perez. Eli Carrillo. Jeremiah Varela. Nathan Rodriguez. Jesus Cortez. Jeremiah Solea. Victoria Galvan. Jocelyn Lopez. Logan Silva. Mason Gutierrez. Kira Rodriguez. Isaac Encinas. Bruno Moreno. Marlene Arzola Lopez. Gianni Arzola. And last but not least, Genesis Garcia. So I want to thank our parents as well for traveling to these tournaments and committing the day. It is a full day commitment for these tournaments for them to support the team. I also, last but not least, our chess coach, and I'm sorry, there we go. Can we give it up for our chess coach, Mr. Sanchez?
Yeah.
Mr. Sanchez is very dedicated, not only after school spending time with the students to teach them how to play chess, but teach them how to win, right? And win competitively against students from Clovis and Fresno. So, coaching him up, I've been there, I've seen him in action. He's working hard with these kids. They love him to death, and I really appreciate the work that you've done with our chess club, making our chess club strong and sending a team strong for freedom for next year. You're very welcome, okay? So, I just want to end with this. The kids here in Farmersville are very special, and kids here in Farmersville, they're putting other cities in check. So, all right. One last applause, please, for our kids.
Yes, just to touch base on what Mr. Navarro's already said, these kids work hard, and like he said, they're going against Fresno schools, they're going against Clovis schools, and Farmersville takes them by surprise. And it's because these kids work hard, and they're committed to excellence, and I'm proud of every one of you guys. And next year, I hope to bring back more trophies to Farmersville.
Awesome. And who knows, the following, we'll take them to Russia, right? And compete. Not like that. We won't leave them there, I promise. But, so they can compete. Congratulations, children. That is amazing. Yes.
You have refreshments?
Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, what did I start here? Right. I know we dream big, but yeah, that's awesome. Well, okay. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah, most definitely. All right. So, Rosemary, we're going to take how many minutes, sir?
It's about 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll take a quick 10-minute break. We have refreshments. We have cookies, pastries, water, and we'll blame it on the budget, but it's from love. So all of you can get some cookies and the like, and then we will reconvene in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, Sabrina.
Bye.
To go pick up my little sister.
Where at?
She's a dancer.
Where does she dance at?
Rave Dance Complex in Magnolia.
Oh shoot, you have to drive out there.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Huh?
That's why I leave early
How
all the time.
exciting! Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. It was a pleasure.
I don't know if they. I'll ask.
Probably about 10. About 10 of them.
Hey, what grade are you guys in? You guys are in 3rd grade? Whoa. I didn't learn how to play chess until 4th grade, and I went to school at Snowden. Yep. Well, my teacher was Mrs. Sanders.
Thank you for the flag.
So next year you'll be with us again?
Yes.
Good luck on your final.
Are the parents getting them cookies, Mr. Navarez? Are the parents getting them cookies or for them? Yeah.
Just quick announcement.
For everybody, but
Hijo, raise your hand. Juan Pablo, our student board member is leaving. He has to go do his homework. So we can give him a round of applause as he leaves. Thank you, mijo, for all your support. Hey, what's your name? Bruno? Nice to meet you, Bruno. You, mijo? Andy?
it's a celebration.
I'm sorry. Oh, get in the picture. Get in the picture.
I think so, but we can.
Get in the picture, mija. You want to get in the picture? We're still taking pictures.
Next year. That's really cool for them.
How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Have a good evening, guys. Thank you. Bye, mijo. Good job.
Mr. Sanchez, if When looking for my phone, my other arm.
Alrighty then. No, I was just talking to the lunch, no, I didn't get anything to eat, talking to the lunch lady about her, she did pizza. Christie? back in session. People to be heard, 7.0, people to be heard. 7.1, approval of facility use agreement for Farmersville Youth Cheer.
It's too low. Your speaker off or?
7.1, approval of facility use agreement from Farmersville Youth Cheer for Farmersville High School practice fields on May 24th, 2023 to June 30th, 2023.
Move with the questions.
A motion, Alice with the question, second?
Second.
Second, Sabrina Gomez. Go ahead, Sabrina, you want to start with questions?
Not me, Alice.
Alice, go ahead.
Is Bernadette here?
Jennifer's here, Bernadette's not, but Jennifer's.
You can come up, please, to the podium. Come on, you lead cheer. You have to be out there in front of everybody. This is why I don't talk like Juanas either. I just have a few questions. I do want to thank you for cheer, because I know that leads into high school, and we need our girls prepared and wanting to do that, so thank you. One of the questions that I have is, are there any other fields in the city that are available to you to do practices?
So there is the other schools that we're willing to use, but the issue is the lighting.
Other than school fields, you don't have any?
Well, I mean, maybe the ballpark, if we can get the light on again.
If you can get the lighting. So the issue is that you have to practice in the evening or
Daytime.
during.
Right.
And, you understand that we have a lot of things going on during the summer, so there might be some, days where you might have to possibly go to another school or something to do these practices.
Yeah, we're willing to accommodate. We just prefer to practice with, because most of our cheer moms or cheer parents are also football parents, so we like to,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, keep them together.
Same time. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason that, you prefer the school fields is because there is lighting available for the evening. Any other reason?
And then
Their kids are playing
their
football at
kids
the
are
same
football
time.
as well.
You just said that.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So we have a motion by Alice, second by Sabrina. All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 7.2, approval of facility use agreement for Farmersville Youth Football League for Farmersville High School practice field from June 6th, 2023 to June 30th, 2023. Christian Cervantes, yeah?
I'm gonna make the motion with the same questions.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macarino. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Christian, the same for you. You're preparing our boys and girls.
Yes.
I don't know if you have girls on your team, but just
We
in
do
case.
some years, yeah.
Okay, to be ready for, other, junior or high school, so I thank you for that. And so my question is still the same. The reason that you, need to use our fields are,
It's well organized, where, the facilities are way more organized than, when it's city. The ground is better. Sometimes we get access, we are allowed to, kind of interact with the coaching after the practices. Just all in all, it's better than just being at the park.
thank you.
My question is to basically all facility users. Everyone understands that the city, the Farmersville school system supersedes anything that you got going on, because we have a lot of dates that are crossing over. There's a lot of stuff going on. So as long as everyone's aware of that, you know what I mean? I think we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I definitely talked to the athletic director and also the principal and anybody that's, head of that area.
Yeah.
So they, we understand the priority of the school district versus the youth or city league.
Okay.
Understand that.
Any other questions?
just so you understand, it's not a district priority, it's our student priority.
Definitely.
So that's, our first priority is always to our students, so that's where, we have to make these decisions and ask these questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion by Alice, second by Ruben, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Thank you. Chris-
Shut down.
Oh, you want to talk a little bit?
I got
Okay.
some more. We appreciate us being allowed to use the facilities because, like, you know, we've used the cities and, you know, it's challenging at times. So everything's kept better and, you know, there's times where we can, you know, help out each other. And then now we actually have coaches that are coaching at the high school, so it'd be easier transition as well. And just all in all, we want to kind of include the older kids and the younger kids so that way they can help out each other, kind of like Big Brother, a little bit type of thing. That's kind of why we want to use the high school as well. And I'll remain up here because I have two more.
Right.
Oh, for any questions?
Okay. 7.3, approval of facility use agreement from Farmersville Youth Football League for the Farmersville High School Stadium for Farmersville Youth Passing League Tournament on June 17th, 2023. Ruben?
Second with the question.
That's Lopez.
What was the date that, the high school is having their overnight?
It's the 21st,
Is
I
it the
believe.
21st?
Yeah, it's a different date.
Okay. I just
This,
wanted
this,
to-
yeah, this is what we're talking about, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but this is something that has to be set up, you know, way ahead of time because it requires people to come in from out of town, so that's why. Okay, that was it.
Okay, so we have a motion. Christian, you want to talk about that at all, or are you good to go?
Yeah, so this is an annual event. It's a fundraiser that we do, where, you know, multiple teams come in, do 7-on-7, 9 competition. And, you know, it's always been a great fundraiser for us, so we would appreciate if we get it approved.
Okay, we have a motion by Ruben, second by Alice. All in favor?
Aye.
4-0.
Okay,
Okay.
next one.
7.4, approval of facility use agreement for Farmersville Boys and Girls Club of the Sequoias of Farmersville High School Gym for the Farmersville Youth Basketball Clinic on June 3rd, 2023.
Second with a question.
Right, Ruben, Sabrina Gomez, Sabrina, go ahead.
What's the age group for this camp?
There's two different waves. I think it starts from 8 to 12, and the older kids are different sessions. Apologize for that.
No, it's okay.
I think I have a question also. Are you done, Sabrina?
No,
Oh, okay.
almost.
So session 1 would be ages 6 to 9, from 8 to 10. Session 2 would be ages 10 to 13, 10:30 to 12:30. And the goal is to, you know, get a youth basketball league started after we do the clinic, get some information out and get everybody kind of, you know, excited about doing that because I've been here for over 20 years and I've never seen any youth basketball stuff. Yeah. And that's a need that Farmersville needs. So, you know, that's the best way to do it is start with something fun and get the information out and hopefully they'll come. We build it.
And that would be my next question. Like, how are you going to advertise to get it out to the community for?
We have a flyer ready to go. We've actually been meeting up with a couple committee members and community members from Farmersville, and they're really excited. We have some high school coaches, some high school players that are willing to help coach, and that's one of the the biggest obstacles is volunteers. So I think we got that out of the way. And the next step is just getting access to certain things and getting the word out.
Okay. I agree with you. With my kids in sports, I've had to take them to other towns for certain sports, so I think this is really good for the
Yeah,
community.
everybody from Farmersville goes to Visalia or Exeter.
Yeah.
So you can have something here. You know, you can,
Even if you get a team that does like NJB that's
Yes.
in Lindsay, as long as Farmersville has something.
yeah, we can get something going and they can start traveling. So.
Those are all my questions, Alice.
Everybody done?
Yeah.
My question is, because it is the community center where you normally have Boys and Girls Club, is the facility that you need to had to be bigger? Is that why you didn't use the
Yes.
community center?
And then right now, currently, we were having some issues with the air conditioner, and
You don't know anybody that can fix that for you? Okay.
it's a challenge, we're slowly getting it solved, and it has to be replaced. That's the main thing, it has to be replaced, so.
Okay.
He's got my number. Okay, I just need clarification here. We're approving these facility uses, but are we waiving any fees?
I haven't made a motion.
We haven't made a motion to waive fees,
No,
okay?
I haven't.
All right, so you have a motion by Ruben, a second by Sabrina. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Okay, is that it? Boss, you good?
That's it, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you guys, have a good night.
Jake?
Thank you.
7.5,
Move for discussion.
a motion for, well, let me read it.
Oh,
Approval
sorry.
of facility use agreement for Visalia Unified Water Polo request for use of Aqua Center at Farmersville High School, May 24th through 2023, December 29th through 2023. Thomas Felston. Have a motion by Sabrina.
For discussion?
For
Yes,
discussion.
For discussion.
And I'll second that.
Second for discussion. Okay.
I do have questions. So how many kids are from Farmersville that are in the league right now? Just one. How many kids are in total on your club that are using the facility? About 20. And one. What is the age range?
7. It's really, because you guys have a shallow area, we'll take them even younger because we have swim instruction from a couple college swimmers.
Mhm.
And all the way to 18.
How have we done, like, how have you advertised to the Farmersville community about this? Besides, is it just here?
Mr. Davis, he's done some advertisements with like clinics. I would love to help.
Yeah, I would like to see more from our community, more than just one, and I know it's hard, so I'm wondering if we can get more of the smaller age, so I'm glad that you do, like, a variety of ages, so if we can get,
You know, I worked with the junior high kids with the after-school program.
Mhm.
Brought them all over, had them swim across, they don't want ground swim across. I'm very comfortable working with non-swimmers to promote the sport, swimming. We continue to do it over the summer. I know that my daughter's now the water polo swim coach and math teacher here, so I also try to be a helper and not,
yeah.
I want to be a facilitator, not so much the person driving.
Okay. What are the club fees?
For Farmersville?
No, for the others.
It's about $150 over 6 weeks.
Okay.
So it's pretty nominal, but it includes tournament entry fees.
Mhm.
It's not very.
Okay, so how much does it cost for you to run a team?
I would say probably $3,000 over the course of we break it up into certain sessions, so about
Mhm.
$3,000 for the course of the session.
And
So let's try.
do you do tryouts? Is that how you do it, or
Oh, no, it's
anybody can
it's
just
somebody
come?
that- You know, we have the insurance that we use through USA Water Polo, and it's the umbrella policy that every single player has, that's my insurance
Mhm.
carrier. So once they show that they have a 14-day trial, we have a 95% success if the kids want to keep coming back, because we try to build very basic, and the very next day is basic plus .03, and slowly get it to the point where they're comfortable.
Okay.
And so building it slowly and gently, I think, is the only way that you can ever get the 3rd graders, 4th graders, and 5th graders.
Yeah, water polo is not easy.
No, it's not, and, I mean, I've been coaching that level for a really long time, and what I like most is the return of what their eyes are doing, and how they feel about swimming 1/3 of the way across. So we have a very strong familial component with what it is we do, where the older kids train the younger kids, and the younger kids are supposed to take and train the least experienced kids. And I'm sure Iris could testify to some of that. I would love I appreciate the questions.
I would really like, if we can get more from our community, if you guys could spread the word on this program. I would really like to have more students than one, especially since you guys are using the Farmersville pool. I would like, it would be nice to see a lot more members of the community, but I know water polo, soccer is very popular.
And it's thankfully a winter sport.
Yeah.
Water polo is a niche sport, and this year I think we went from 5 swimmers to hosting the league meet with 9 swimmers.
I saw, yes.
And in the last water polo season, we competed, I was the volunteer assistant, and we competed against Grand Hills for 2 water polo games.
Yeah.
And I think that Mr. Davis is scheduling scrimmages and tournaments and, slowly building it. In my opinion, it's the involvement of the community, working through the schools, through the junior high and younger and younger to promote the skills, but not just that, the affinity to come out and practice.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
I've been a youth coach for 30 years. Yeah, so it's something that's near and dear to my heart.
Thank you. All right, those are my questions.
I know Mr. Felstead, it's in your blood. I know. Hello, how are you? And I think it's a great opportunity for our students, at least to have the option if they want to do that. And I think it's a very healthy sport, very competitive. It makes you reach the challenges. As far as the marketing and promotion, I too would like to see more Farmersville students. I think that's something we could work within the schools and community. And the word starts getting out, you probably have more of interested players, or participants. So I like what you're presenting to us. So yeah, that's all I have.
Alice?
Yes. You have to understand that even when I got on this board, this pool was something Farmersville had wanted for many, many years. I mean, our community is pretty much paying for this pool, even though there was a huge donation back, way long ago. So it's very difficult to see that, we're just, someone's coming from Visalia and wanting to use our pool every day. And so that's kind of like a little bit hard for me to, I don't know what the word is, reconcile, because it is, like I said, for our students, our community. So, yes, we need to see more students here in this, to be able to say we're doing it for our students and for our community. And I know right now there is a conflict for the July 21st, 22nd. And the other thing would be that if any of our summer programs or whatever want to be able to use the pool, they're going to get first dibs. I don't know if we require 1 day, 24, 48 hours, but that should always be the case, that our students, our community would come first.
I not only understand that, but I'd like to be part of that community involvement, the organization component, the instruction component, what a mass organization of the aquatics program looks like. So however I can help with my experience in running and organizing that, I would love to be part of it.
Can I ask another question?
No, Nick, go ahead.
So for our team that Farmersville High School has, are any of them interested in going into the club route and you taking them on as a full team into this route? They are?
Just a lot of them, they play different sports.
Uh-huh.
Some of the guys play baseball, or some of them are softball players, and some of the softball players play volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
it's a lot. But
It
yeah, they are
is.
interested.
Okay.
And I've heard other people say that they aren't interested, they're just meeting, with parents and discussing things.
Oh, yes, okay.
And I think it's something we want to grow,
I agree, yeah.
It's a program that's just starting, when you want to be able to grow something that all the kids are doing.
Well, I appreciate you, yeah. You're our advocate for that, so.
She's great.
Yes, yes.
And in order to be comfortable with that, you got to lower that effective filter so
Mhm.
it's less impacted by so much about something that's foreign
Okay.
what leadership would look like.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, no more questions?
No, I think I'm done.
Okay, with that being said, I would be willing to waive half of the fees. That would be my motion. I don't know if anybody else would agree with that.
I do agree with that.
Okay, so we're talking about a motion. Sabrina, you made the motion for discussion?
That was a
And then
discussion.
the amendment to the motion is 50%. Okay, which was a discussion. Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 4-0, okay? All right. And then advertising, we have a parent square that works great. And Divus, use that thing and get that out there to every person in our community all at one time. Okay.
They can come for the parade and pass out flyers. I don't know.
Hey, you can come up to the parade too and
Let's get more.
have her dive off the diving board in one of the floats or something. That might work. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, 8.0, a public comment. Members of the public may address the board on any agenda item or other item of interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board before, during the governing board's consideration of the item. The board is not able to discuss or take action on any item not appearing on the agenda. Pursuant to board policy, the board may limit individual comments to no more than 3 minutes and individual topics to 20 minutes. Please begin your comment by stating your name.
In addition, the board asks that during public comment, everyone be respectful of the speakers. Members of the public shall not interrupt or interject while another person is giving their public comment at the podium. During public comment, there shall be no use of foul language. Should a member of the public have a concern about a specific employee, we ask that you direct those concerns to me, the superintendent, after this meeting so that those concerns can be handled through proper procedures. And please do not use employee or student names during your public comment. Board President, we have one card to speak. Ms. Alma Espinosa. No pressure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, board members, Dr. Chavez, administrators, and community. I just wanted to come here to invite you to our annual showcase that's going to be happening this Thursday at the Boys and Girls Club at the Farmersville Community Center. And it is a showcase that we have been working hard with all of our students, TK all the way to 12th grade. If you turn the invitation on the back, you'll see the performance that we're going to be having. So it's going to start at 4 o'clock. Doors are going to open at 3:30. If you have an opportunity or if your evening is free, I would love to see you guys there, just supporting our students. I think it's going to be a very good show. So that's all I wanted to say, that you guys are cordially invited to our event on Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
8.1, superintendent's comments.
Yes, first of all, I wanted again to thank our wonderful students and our retirees that we honored today. We have a calendar of events. The biggest events that are coming up are both at the junior and the senior high school. We have the graduation and promotion coming up. So we have the junior high having their promotion on the 31st at 7 o'clock at the high school stadium. And then the next day, we have our high school graduation at 7:30, also at the stadium. So we look forward to, even though the tickets are limited, so all the tickets have been distributed. And we also have an event at Snowden, a luncheon on the lawn on the 1st of June at 11:20. So we look forward to families from Snowden to go and be there with their students. Also, I did want to begin to roll out our educational plan that I've been working on for implementation coming next year. So this year, my main focus was to implement the 100-day plan in getting to know the different individuals that work in the district, building relationships with all of the units within the district, and in making sure that we do a needs assessment of what is necessary to meet the needs of our students. As we pivot and transition, just wanted to quickly outline the educational plan for 23-24, where we are putting now or re-putting a focus on learning across the board, across all schools, all grades, and in all areas. It's a focus on learning versus a focus on teaching, because we need to make sure that even though we are teaching, making sure that our students are learning at high levels. We're going to be focused on student achievement, because in all areas, that's the thing, that's the secret sauce that's going to help us to sustain. We've been doing a great job in building culture. Now the next step is to build the academic achievement, because that is school culture in the long haul. Developing our own teachers. And the key thing is we need to be there to support. Notice I didn't say train. Our teachers don't need training. They're not SEALs. They are human beings. They are professionals. But there's always room for growth. And so we want to develop our teachers to get their full capacity to rebuild, to reignite the passion for teaching the wonderful children that we are here to serve. We also want to create our own leadership farm, that we farm and grow our own leaders in-house in the district as much as possible, that we grow our own, if at all possible. Because what that does is it increases morale. It gets everybody excited about wanting to go to the next level. And obviously, it would have to be a balanced approach between in-house and out-house. I don't mean that kind of outhouse. You know what I mean, outside the district. It also involves, again, professional development. So we're going to be investing a lot in professional development. We started today with our dual language teachers, providing professional development for our dual language teachers. And we'll be doing so with all the different segments of our staff. Also for the leadership, I'll be bringing to board eventual transmittal about the promotion of AXA, and that's the professional organization for administrators. They put together a list of academies that we're going to be sending several members of our management team as the constant pursuit and commitment to excellence in making sure that we are well-versed and well-developed. And one of the other things is that we want to create our own pathway. So something that we'll be working with secondary and creating our own pathway in education so that we create our own teachers and somehow enter into an articulation agreement. If you remember a few meetings ago, we had the president of COS out here speaking about how they're going to be having a campus, an extension from Fresno State that can take you all the way up to the masters. So we want to be able to grow our own from our high school kids and get them inspired to come back and return and become teachers. We especially are going to need a tremendous amount of bilingual teachers and all kinds of teachers in all areas. So it's important in order to create that pathway to produce our own teachers, bilingual teachers, instructional aides, interpreters, and translators. That would be to support our students with special needs so that our parents are well-versed. Because a lot of our parents, one of the biggest challenges during the IEPs is that they don't fully understand the process and they don't fully understand what it is that is being asked of them. So it's very important for the purpose of clarity. So that's just the tip of the iceberg, and I'll be sharing more in subsequent reports to the public, because what we're trying to do is perfectly transparent, out in the open, and is something that is in desperate need across our district. And so we want to make sure that we increase the level of instruction. Our students deserve the very, very best in all areas. SEL, but also very much in the area of academic achievement, A through G, as well as CTE. Okay, and that concludes my superintendent comment.
Okay, 10.0, K-8 issues. 10.1, approval of Capturing Kids' Hearts professional training on August 7th and 8th of 2023. It says where's it going to be at? Hester School.
Move.
Alice
Second.
Lopez.
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 10.2, approval donations for food vendors to Snowden School.
Move.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 11.0, high school issues. 11.1, approval of high school football overnight campout.
Move.
I'm sorry, was that Sabrina?
Second.
Oh, Alice Lopez, Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 11.2, approval of high school football 7-on-7 on June 21st, 2023 at the Farmville High School Stadium.
Move.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 11.3, approval of Farmersville Adult School Summer School Program.
Move.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 11.4, WASC update report.
At this time, I'd like to bring up Miss Emily Coop, the principal of Farmersville High School. And did you need the slides projected up?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And action.
Good evening. I'm here today to give you a report or an update on our accreditation. So first is going to be the summary of our visit. So the visit was 4 days through Sunday, March 26th through Wednesday, March 29th. So thank you for those of you who were able to attend on the Sunday. We appreciate the support. And the visiting committee had requested various meetings over the course of 4 days with district personnel, our staff, board members, parents, and students. So they were there all day for 4 days, meeting with different individuals. And for specific groups, so we had focus groups too that were set aside to review various sections of the WASC. The district office has the WASC in complete form of what was submitted and the visiting committee's final results. So some areas of strength that the visiting committee pointed out was, first of all, Farmersville is a clean, well-maintained campus where relationships are valued, as evidenced by positive rapport between students and staff who readily support one another. I'd like to point out that many of the members stated when they saw the report that they thought our culture was too good to be true. So when they came to campus and saw how engaged everybody was, they're like, oh, this is actually real, and they could see that. So that was evident across the board. One of the visiting committee members stated that they wouldn't have any problem having their student attend Farmersville High School, which is always a compliment that somebody entrusts their child to attend our campus. The other one was the abundant resources that are provided by Farmersville High School and the district to support student growth and achievement through either professional development or program support specifically. The other part was the wide variety of CTE pathways and electives that are offered and placed in the master schedule based on student voice. That was really important. We told them that, kids want the courses, and that's what we tried to do, so that's how we base our master schedule. So they're very impressed on how we actually have that process. The other part, one of the other areas of strength was how the staff just demonstrates the willingness to increase capacity of instructional techniques through professional development and PLC collaboration. One of the other highlights and points that they stated was that how positive our staff is to work together across departments and be able to have an open mind on how to get instruction strategies or share growth areas, like areas for growth and different types of things like that, but then also support one another. So in these next couple of slides, it talks about the different areas for growth that we have and the action plan that we're going to be doing in order to address those areas. The first one is the need of the fidelity to WASC process and meetings and current programs that are analyzed continuously between cycles. So over the course of the last few years, of course, we've been through a pandemic, so the WASC fidelity of making sure that our action goals line up to everything else, that all of our other academic initiatives. So how we're going to address that is to review the identified areas of growth in staff meetings. The leadership team will conduct PD through WASP resources through their website that's WASP specific. The other part is training staff on writing conventions and focus group program assessment. The other area for growth that was identified was the need to update the student learning objectives with input from all stakeholders to provide specific measurable outcomes towards student achievement. Then how we're going to be doing that is creation of a rubric to be able to gauge what that feedback is, and then how we're going to implement whatever strategies moving forward. Review the rubric by stakeholder groups, training of student in self-evaluation process so the students can self-reflect on their learning and then give us feedback on how we can improve strategies for them. The other part was creation of progress monitoring tools that are specific to student learning objectives. The next one is the need to improve data analysis process in order to improve student outcomes and direct professional development efforts. So some of the areas that came out of there was improved district orientation for new staff. So it's an onboarding process that's a little bit more clear and defined. Yeah, communication between site and district regarding what new staff training will be performed, by which faculty, making sure that's clear. Then the other one was vertical alignment with feeder schools, including common PLC planning time, training, and pacing alignment. This we've already started this year with the junior high, so we've already had with the departments going back and forth regarding pacing, essential standards, making sure that we're having that communication regarding curriculum and even instructional strategies. The fourth area is the need to develop improved DOK, depth of knowledge levels, throughout units of instruction and strategies for differentiating instruction to support all students' needs. How we're going to address this is intentional lesson planning and submission, continual improvement for PLC strategies, making that specific across all departments, and going on the continuous improvement education cycle. Hire 3 instructional EL instructional aides for our English learners that are in dire need of that extra support. Our special education instructional aide, at that time we didn't have one, we do have one now, so that has since been hired. And develop placement rubric for ELD students, which we have completed and has been done and will be implemented at the end of this year for placement for next year for ELD class levels. And to provide common planning time for ELD and core teachers to align pacing sequence for all courses. So those are other different types of things that we're working on. Currently, right now, they have professional development days through the semester by departments in order to align some of those processes. So the current status and next step, the decision of the commission was to grant probationary accreditation status through June 30th, 2025, with a 2-day visit in 24-25 school year. Our accreditation still stands during the probationary period. So the next steps and prepare for this in-depth process for that report is to address the growth areas for continuous improvement through school-wide action plans, so our SBSA, make appropriate progress for the implementation of that plan, and improve student achievement relative to school-wide learner outcomes and academic standards. And then if you have any questions.
Can you
It
repeat?
always starts with me.
It always starts with you, yes. Go for it.
Right now, so this looks like it's a really good plan, and you're starting immediately on it for the next.
Yeah, some of the action plan steps were actually things we were already starting, we were doing. And so when they found the areas of growth or need, we were like, okay, we're already implementing this, we're just gonna strengthen this up, and this fits in this area. So we have a crosswalk that was developed that goes over the WASP areas of need, it goes over SBSA goals, LCAP, we have MTSS, CT goals, and all the lovely things that it goes along. So we have a crosswalk on how to address those specific needs. So there's an action plan specific for that.
And so it's a 2-year probation?
It's a 2-year probation.
And it sounds like they're going to give us this next school year,
Yes.
and then in the last year, 2 visits to see.
To be able to address specifically the needs that they're requesting, the information.
Okay.
So some of the data part of it too is to take into consideration to compare the data when we didn't have data in 2020 because of COVID. Those data analysis pieces that weren't there for statewide assessments. We used interim and benchmarks and things of that nature that were site specific. But the overall pieces of that sometimes were a little difficult in comparison.
So as you guys, in some of these things that you guys plan to do, like the onboarding and stuff, as you guys figure out how you're gonna do that, will that be presented to us and how you guys are
Most
gonna?
definitely we can do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because we'll have the WASC fidelity process, which, so the course of the last 4 years, we look at the part of that with, trying to keep our schools open type of thing, was just we were working on these pieces and areas for growth, maybe not necessarily calling it WASC. So we're just gonna be a little bit more clear about what that plan is and how it's stated. This is WASC area growth 1.2.
Yeah.
Area like this kind of thing, on a staff meeting, this is how we're doing it, and that's those pieces. Because our focus groups met continuously, I think they met 5 times on different parts, different staff across different departments, wrote on those sections of each one, so you had a wide variety of input, including our students who saw sections and stuff with the focus groups, and so did our parents.
Okay. I had one more question, but it already blew my mind.
If it comes back to you, just come back.
Yeah, well.
Were you a little surprised by getting the probationary status, and you were surprised?
Yes, sir, I was.
Okay. And so, I guess in planning for the Watts visit and all that Watts visit, I am assuming that there's going to be a different approach to everything.
Yes, I think that some of the parts were, the chair wanted a specific way in the way the report was presented. We had the evidence, but of how it was found, I think of that piece may have, didn't represent us maybe in the way that it should have. We are in talks with a person from the state. She was trying to help us through that process originally through the original WASC visit. She has since stated that, she helps other schools that are on probationary status. There are some, like quite a few because of COVID and different things that are on probationary status as well, that they're helping them through that process. So WASC has revamped from what it was prior to. I've been through a few WASC visits and that sort of thing. So they are more of a hands-on mentorship type of thing. So they're trying to assign more people to help them in that process. So that'll be a little bit new from previous WASC visits.
Yeah.
And so that person has since reached out. So she'll help us along the process to make sure that we are getting whatever information that they need. Or that they deem necessary.
Well, making the assumption that with all the COVID and all the different things that have happened, with even our students' achievement levels, I'm sure there's been a challenge for everyone.
Yeah, and we've seen growth, even some reports that we're pulling at the end of the semester from our students being in person. So since I've been at the high school, I'm making sure by June 1st we don't close down, because every year we've done something, so we've already seen improvement in their academics just from them being on campus all year.
Yeah.
So we do have some data based on that we can also present if you would like that.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely, sir.
I did try to click, I remember, sorry.
remembered.
I did try to click on the link for the resources, but obviously my credentials didn't work.
Or for WASC?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I was interested, have you taken a look at what their resources for the training that they want are?
Yeah, they have online trainings, and then they have webinars and things of that nature that we can get on and then that we're going to schedule throughout the course of the semester as well. So there's different resources. They have literature and different pieces that we can look at. So we'll meet with the state, looking at seeing specifically which ones they think we should focus on, and then we'll focus on those trainings with our leadership team.
Okay. I'm finally done.
Unless something else comes up.
I might ask, we're totally off the wall questions, who knows? So, because of COVID, do you think because you've been through this before?
Yes, ma'am.
We've gotten the accreditation for 4 years?
Yeah, so the accreditation I was part of was at DCA, and we got that one for 6.
Oh,
and so
that's what I remember.
That's what you remember.
Yeah.
I've been through this before a little bit, so yeah, we did that one with DCA. This one we have gotten extended because of COVID, so our mid-year, you have to see the first initial WASC report when we first did this was 8 years ago.
Oh.
So think about how education was 8 years ago.
Changed.
And then a mid-year report, And then the next switch with the 4 years, and it was in that 4 years we've had COVID and all the lovely things that have happened.
So
and
do you
it
think
goes
we
over that.
dropped things while all this was going on? Do you think that's what happened? Or things
I-
just changed too much?
I think things have changed too much from the initial 8-year report, because you have to look at the initial 8-year report and then state all the changes that have happened in the last WASP visit. So from 8 years ago, what the high school looked like, to now, you
Which
couldn't hear
still
well.
is really great.
Yes, we
except
still
for-
had it, we've had things, there's things that are steering components. We've reached, the student learning objectives back then were focused on HEART, which was the PBIS system. We have since revamped it and put it into Empire, trying to really focus on adding additional stakeholders, you know, where it's been embedded. That was one of the things that the WASP committee was actually kind of like shocked about, was that you pushed this through a pandemic, like on distance learning, our kids presented Empire to our staff, our students did that. They're the ones who pushed it out and rolled it out to our staff. So for us, it's very empowering. So having that conversation with them was like, you guys really did this? Yeah, we really did. Ask our kids, you know, if you want to know anything, they will tell you. So those pieces I think are important. So no, it was good. We had those things, but education has changed drastically. So you have to look at all those pieces that were there in 8 years ago, state why or why not we've done this, and then how we changed and adapted since then.
Okay. And then for your last Sunday visit, did you still have quite a good collection of stakeholders and so forth at your last meeting that you had?
So for the Sunday visits, the initial
was the
start,
kickoff.
is initial kickoff. And for that, we had a wonderful array of students that gave a fantastic, amazing tour. They could not say enough about our kids. And they are the ones that developed the tour. They stated what they wanted to highlight, they did the tour, they did their speeches. We empower our kids to take it over, that they have pride in our campus. And they did it. They did all of it. We told them, all right, you take them, and they took them on the tour. We had our facility, our focus groups, our facilitators, they were all there. Mr. Alvarez showed up. We had Mr. Mendez was there, Ms. Wallace, and Ms. Easton. And then my staff was present for dinner and helping my classified staff. Did this whole spread, so they were fed. And then we had, I think I'm gonna say 2 parents come as part of the focus group. We had invited a few, invited everybody to all of the other pieces, but that makes it hard. So some of the areas, as you look on the report, we'll look at, including stakeholders. And though we invite them, it's actually having them show up. And so trying to understand the importance of that, of showing up and how important their voice is. And we continue to work on that. All the schools like council meetings, ELAC, our parent events, it's kind of hit and miss. So even, for instance, some examples as recent as this week. We had our student of the quarter. We had to add more chairs because all the parents showed up with their kids to be recognized, which was amazing. We had a safety presentation by the district attorney's office that went across, down to Freedom's age, because unfortunately you have the dangers of social media at that age. So they spoke on social media and human trafficking, and we only had probably about 18 to 20. So it's trying to get, continue to get our community to open our doors and have come in, we want to hear your voice, trying to get them for that input and that feedback. So we, at our school site council meetings, when we did our focus groups for our parents, we had the questions laid out in English and Spanish. This is what it means. Please let us know what you think. We want your honest opinion. We had different parents, probably over the course of that, maybe 10 to 12 different input from parents on those focus groups. But when it came to Sunday, we only had 2 show up. So that's hard to, to say no, really, they did really say these things, I wish they were here, but this happened and I had some call and
Need a video.
I'm sorry I couldn't do that, that type of thing. So hopefully, continuing over the next course of the next 2 years, making sure that they know, no, it's really important. We do want to hear you. We want you to be present. They need to hear you. They need to hear that voice and that piece of it.
I think that was it.
Can you repeat all that, please? No, just kidding.
Yeah,
I think,
playback, so.
I understand what you're going through, because I was with you at Deep Creek when you went through that, and you did a hell of a job. So just ever forward, keep moving forward. You have a plan. Getting parents to come, even if you feed them, sometimes they won't come, I know that.
We have
But
snacks, I promise.
Yeah, but it's great, but, whatever we can do to get these parents involved, I know Parents Square kind of works, but it's kind of tough. Just get them to come out, and they're the stakeholders, and they need to be heard, and it's hard to hear them when they don't show up, but nevertheless, thank you. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, 12.0 curriculum. 12.1 approval of Fresno State Parent University.
Move.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macarino, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 12.2 approval of update district wellness policy.
So we'll just get the highlighted parts next time.
Yeah. Bit much, isn't it?
Thank you.
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion?
Motion.
I had motion in this.
Oh, okay. Alice Lopez, Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 12.3, approval of Abbott Excel implementation training virtual for 2023, 2024.
Motion with a question.
Alice,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, Alice, question?
Yeah, I just wondered, with all the virtual we've had lately, is this the best way of learning? Is this going to?
Virtual.
Ms. Graham, if you can come up to we want to make sure you come out on video.
Good evening. I do agree with your thinking. Virtual, to me, I'm not a big fan, but unfortunately, the sessions for Avid Excel were only set for those dates virtually because the other ones were already closed, the in-person.
That's really bad because, I mean, I try to do things on the computer that they're doing on the computer, and I can't even find the button by the time they go on to the second, part or whatever. So virtual learning is just not.
They do offer a pre-session before this virtual session where they teach you how to go into the Canvas, how to do everything, kind of like a pre-activity before the actual workshop begins. I've done virtual before through Avid.
Well, hopefully we can get another one that's in person soon. Because
I would love to, but budget-wise, they're super expensive. They're starting to get expensive.
I understand that, but like I said, sometimes when you're at your laptop, you're not getting the full feedback from everybody because, when you're on a computer and people are talking, you're not hearing each other.
Mm-hmm.
You're just getting a lot of
Yes.
buzz. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot easier to be in certain places to learn away from your regular, area than to be sitting at your regular area and trying to learn. So, but okay, this is what we have for this year, so okay, that's fine.
We'll try for in-person next year.
That works.
Okay. Any more questions?
No, I don't have it. I appreciate you
Okay,
guys.
all in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
4-0.
Aye. Sorry.
12.4, approval of 2023-2024 memorandum of understanding with Tulare County Superintendent of Schools for services to migrant students, migrant education, regional V1118.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 12.5, approval of agreement with California Teaching Fellows Foundation for Summer Expanded Learning Program.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macarino, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 12.6, approval of grant award notification for California Community Schools Partnership Program Planning Grant Cohort 2.
Move.
Sabrina?
Second.
Oh, House Lopez.
Mhm.
Sabrina Gomez, second. All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 12.7, approval of revised 2023-2024 school calendar.
Move.
Ruben Macareno,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 12.8, approval of career technical education incentive grant, CTEIG Round 7 Agency amended 2022-2023, number 230531.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 13.0, personnel. 13.1, approval of certificated personnel, item 13.1.1 through item 13.1.3.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 13.2 is going to closed session, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll move on. 13.3, approval of summer school personnel for elementary, secondary, expanded learning program. Item 13.3.1 through item 13.3.76.
Second.
House Lopez, Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 13.4, personnel action report, information only. 13.5, approval of assistant superintendent curriculum and instructional job description and salary schedule.
Motion, this is just for the position, correctly?
Description.
Yeah.
House Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 13.6, approval of curriculum specialist job description.
It's the same.
Move.
Ruben Macareno,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 13.7, approval of program specialist job description.
Move.
Sabrina Gomez,
Yes, sir.
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
4-0. 13.8, approval of speech language pathologist, SL-P, job description and salary schedule.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 13.9, approval of special educational teacher, job description.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 13.10, approval of academic coach, job description.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 14.0, board business. 14.1, approval to attend the CSBA annual conference on November 30th to December 3rd, 2023 at San Francisco.
Move.
House Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 14.2, consideration of any item any member of the board wishes to have on a future agenda or provided a written update. Sabrina?
Yes, I would like the Go Bond expenditures. I'd like an update on that.
I don't-
They're actually working on that, so. Is that it?
For me?
We'll get you as much information. We don't have any expenditures yet. Right now, we're in the process of securing the bond and creating the bond oversight committee.
Okay,
Yeah, as soon as we get the expenditures, right, Jason? Yes. Then we'll present to the board. And it has to be expenditures that have been previously board approved.
thank
The
you.
projects that the board approved. Jason, can you do me a favor, sir? Can you email the board members the PowerPoint of the agreed upon facilities that were decided when the bond was first sent out?
Yes, I can.
I believe that's what I owe you, so I'll get that for you, and also Mr. Macareno, so that you have that, so you can see what was agreed upon.
Thank you.
Anything else, Sabrina?
Mm-mm.
Ruben? No? Alice?
Can we get a list of all our a list and a timeline of all of the projects that are going on at our facilities. I know that we have solar, we have well, we have, you know, all this stuff going on. If we can get a good timeline for all of that, and so we know where we're at. like,
Okay.
at
How
the
far
beginning
out
of
would you like us to go?
Well,
Next
beginning
school
of
year?
school, we
From
wanna-
now to the end of next school year?
Well, what
Because
has
some
to
of
be
them are
done,
extending out.
what has to be done before school starts?
Okay, so what needs to be done before school?
Is that it, Alice?
And just so you're aware, part of the reason why we moved the summer school to the junior is because we finally got the chiller, the one that, the central HVAC unit.
Yeah, I heard that from somebody else
And- huh?
somebody else outside the district that it
I
was
put
gonna
it
be
in the
moved to
Friday
junior
letter,
high.
but, no, that's fine, but, we had to move that because of conflict of schedule.
Mhm.
And if they would have had to move it past summer school, it would
Yeah.
not be ready for the start of school.
Oh, no, we
can-
wanna get that in. The other thing is, now I forgot. Oh, making sure that all our events are on the district calendar so that we do not have conflicts.
That's-
It seems at the end of the year, we always have
It is what it is.
multiple.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's been a constant request, and it's been a constant work in progress. Making sure that they're correlating with Jackie, who oversees the one on the website. I know the high school has one, right, Emily?
Yes, sir.
For the high school. Are they have access to it
Well, but,
it's on our website.
on your website?
but we get it through our, district, one calendar that lists everything, instead of trying to go to each different
Yes,
site.
I agree. And that's something we're trying to coordinate with the different sites. And Jackie and Chris, right, Chris? Who's overseeing at the district.
Yeah, I know, are you done, Alice?
I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, master plans, every site is different. I know there's a lot of things I'd like to go through that I don't hear about until they're already over, but that's okay, because I can't get to all of them. But I appreciate you guys trying. I know Dr. Chavez has been in charge of this year, that's why it's such a mess, but that's okay. Okay? All right, let's move on. 15.0, business services. 15.1, approval to add, remove, authorize signers for the calendar year 2023.
Move.
Alice
Second.
Lopez, Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 15.2, adoption resolution number 19-05-23-23 to move the funds from the District County School Facility Fund to the District Special Reserve Fund for capital outlay.
Move.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 15.3, approval of BSN sports estimate for the Farmsville High School gym scoreboard replacement.
Move.
Ruben Macareno, Alice Lopez. Alice, your question?
Okay, so this is for, about when would this happen? I might have read it, but now I forgot.
The one inside the gym, the goal is to finish it this summer. That's one of the projects that we would be reporting on for
Okay.
you. We had to divide it in two because of the cost. So one, we were able to put into this fiscal year, and then the one for the stadium will go on next fiscal year
Okay,
for the scoreboard.
thank you.
Any other questions?
Does that cover, is the junior high,
I'm sorry?
is the junior high, do they have a scoreboard in there?
Yes, they did, it is now operating.
Is it working to capacity, Mr. Sanchez,
Are you using it?
Junior?
I think we'll find out in November.
Ah, okay.
That's the other time he's worried about. Okay. No more questions?
No more questions, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 15.4, approval of FTA, public disclosure of tentative salary settlement agreement.
Move.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. 15.5, approval of budget revision number 2.
Move.
Alice Lopez,
Second.
Sabrina Gomez, all in favor?
Aye.
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 4-0. 17.0, future meeting dates, 17.1, June 13th, 2023, June 22nd, 2023, special board meeting at 6 p.m., July 18th, 2023. 20.0, adjourn to closed session at 8:21. Read it. 20.1, conference with labor negotiations, GC 54957.6, is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and to instruct its designated reps, agencies, designated representatives, Dr. Sergio Chavez, Jason Kraft, Manuel Mendez, name of organization, FTA, SCEA, management. 20.2, conference with legal counsel, anticipation, litigation, government code, section 54956.9, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to subdivision D of section 54956.9. 20.3, public employee discipline dismissal release complaint, government code 54957. Okay.
Before we break, I just need to ask, out of courtesy, does the board require Mrs. Coop to present in closed session further, or we're good with her presentation that she gave?
I'm good. No,
We're good?
We're good.
Okay, so you're free to have a good night.
You're free.
Free.
You're free.
All right, so to all our principals and staff, you have a good night.
Thank you.
Mr. Mendez and Mr. Cap, you can wait.
Just left you all by yourself. Okay.
So check.
Okay. Back in open session at 9:22, is that correct, or 23?
21.
Session 9.
What'd you put?
9:22. We're going to start with 13.2.
Mhm.
Pull that up. 13.2. Find it. 13.2. Approval of classified personnel, item 13.2.1 through item 13.2.3. Alice Lopez.
Second.
Ruben Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Okay, then we go back to.
That 20, right?
20.
20.3.
21.1, or 21, actions taken in closed sessions. 21.1, conference with labor negotiations. GC 54957.6 is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and to instruct its designated reps, agency designated representatives, Dr. Sergio Chavez, Jason Kraft, Manuel Mendez, name of organization, FTA, CSEA, management. No action taken. 21.2, conference with legal counsel, anticipation litigation, government code, section 54956.9, significant exposure to litigation, pursuant to subdivision D of section 54956.9, no action taken. 21.3, public employee discipline dismissal, release complaint. Alice
Second.
Lopez. Second?
Yes, second.
Sabrina Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Adjourn. 22.0 adjournment at 9:25.
Second.
Alice Lopez, Macareno, all in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Okay.
So Rosemary, the board had a question regarding CSBA. If you could start looking into accommodation prices and transportation.
Because that's always done early bird registration in June. So I did get an email today from them about what's upcoming,
Yeah,
but we can't do anything
Until
the window
June.
period opens
but
at
we
8
do want to
o'clock.
go.
So, yeah.
We want to go.
Is there an early session for new members? Is there?
There is, and that, so the thing with that is normally I do it in